My mic was muted. One more again. We in here. Listen, as you come through the door, make sure you hit them thumbs up for your boy Big Phil Speaks. My co-host, she's guiding in, coming through traffic, but she'll be here very, very shortly. In the meantime, between time, hit them thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Bing! For the Good Morning Gang morning show here on Big Phil Speaks. Listen, y'all coming in righteously. Let me pin this link to the top. Boop, boop. Monique Ruffin is in the building. Night Rider, salute to you, home team. You in the building. 757 Buzz, the first like in the building. Tracy T in the place to be. How are you? Good morning to ye. Listen, we about to get it in. You feel me? Jail Diamonds, she said, they said they made it. You hear me? Trina Pink, hey, Trina Pink. Hey, Trina. I exited out of my daggone live by mistake on Instagram. I ain't mean to do that. Let me get that going while I'm waiting. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me go back live here and pin the comment. Wait for my lovely co-host. She slide through. Who is that? Un momento, por favor. Let me pin this real quick. Big L Speaks. I'm winging it this morning. Not on purpose, though. If y'all just coming in here on YouTube, I mean on Instagram, what's goody like the mob? Come on over to YouTube. The channel is being pinned as we speak right there. Not there, but right there. Come on over to YouTube. Let's have a good time. It's time to turn up. It's Good Morning Gang. You hear me? What's goody like the mob? Good morning, Trina Pink. Hey, hey. Good morning, Monique Ruffin. Afro Latina is in the building. What's goody like the mob? Who for art thou? Is that you, Diamond?
You know it's me.
Hey, darling. Until my co-hosts come, I got you holding me down.
I know.
Down. Listen, we got operator girl number 6 on today, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Diamond. They say Diamond's our girl's best friend. I say they everybody's best friend. You hear me?
Who doesn't like diamonds?
That part. They say pressure bust pipes, but I say they create diamonds. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
What you talking? How you feeling early on this hump day? What? Aurora, welcome to the building. Sabrina.
How's it a hump day and I ain't getting humped? That don't make sense.
Listen.
So don't ask me how my day going. It just started.
Look, it's early in the morning and she look at her, y'all. Look at her.
That's the best time.
What's good?
That's the best time when you fresh wake up in the morning, you feel me, get your day started.
Or the middle, that early morning wake up. Listen, let me tell you. Gerald Dempsey in the building. Salute. Buenos dias.
You get that. At nighttime, you get that good, back blown out session and it make you sleep. But in that morning, that's that wake up and wake you up. It give you excitement like you just had a cup of coffee. And I don't even drink caffeine.
Listen, get you some good morning Phil Olay instead of Cafe Olay.
Phil Olay.
That part. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Hey Nelly, y'all come on, capture the moment. Come on over to YouTube. Listen, we going Big Mike. Listen. L. Larry in the building. C Movement in the building. Subtle Thoughts. Come on over to YouTube. Pretty Blue Eyes. Come on over to YouTube. Listen. B-Love, she on the way, J-Man. She on the way. She was stuck in traffic, having a little technical difficulties, but she's on the way. Nothing changes but the weather.
Y'all have me.
She said, y'all have me.
Me.
So be love. Diamond, what you got going on in your world? Do you got anything coming up that you want the ladies and gentlemen to, you know what I'm saying, get privy to?
Nothing I want to talk about. Um,
Nothing.
because sometimes people be praying for your downfall and stuff like that.
Oh,
So it's nothing I want to talk about. I'll just show y'all
better
when it
than you
comes in
could
the
tell
work.
that part. Man, listen. You know what? It's funny you said that because I've been peeping and paying attention a lot lately. Listen, but that's letting you know you're on to something good. When the devil gets busy, that's time to
They've
kick in
been
the over
busy, baby. They've been so busy.
that part and keep pushing because that means you on to something. Because the devil
Yeah.
don't bother. Devil don't bother if you ain't got nothing in and on your life.
I look
Listen,
crazy this morning.
look at her.
I got
She
my
done got
do
out
rag
of bed.
on.
She done got out of bed. Is what is it now? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock
Yes,
in the
it's 5:08.
morning. Look at her. Hey, Nelly now.
I look
What's
crazy
good like
also.
your mom? Peggy Reek in the building. Salute. How she gonna cam up there, cam down, y'all? You see how she do? She
Because
said,
I
I'm
was
gonna give
just
y'all a
showing y'all how I look this
she
morning.
said, I'm gonna give you a little peek and then I'm gonna pull it back. That part right there. Come on over to
Just a
YouTube.
little bit. Not a lot.
You said just
We
a
on,
little bit.
we on YouTube. I don't know what's allowed or what's not allowed.
Oh yeah. You can't do too much. Look. Monetization is in full effect. We don't
Yeah,
want
see,
to.
I got panties on, but that's about it.
Look. They say, "Oh, you look beautiful. You look cute. You looking gorgeous. You look. They giving you your propers. Let me
Thank you. I
find
can't even
out."
see the comment. Hold up. I pushed chat, right?
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? Y'all always, I guess I'm the ugly one up here because y'all always commenting on Be Love and now on Diamond. I guess old Philly Phil just look like the beast surrounded with the beauty, huh? Is that what that is?
Mm.
What? Aurora, look, you go to bed, Aurora.
She talked about selling lipsticks.
Uh-oh. Guess what? Kaboom, guess who stepped in the room? Hey,
Mm.
Diamond, I'm gonna put you in the back for a little bit. Don't go nowhere. I gotta bring my
Okay.
co-host get it going.
Okay. I'm gonna
I
push leave.
appreciate you. Oh damn, she did exited real fast. Blue cup. Who that is? Hello. We got to get the donations up and the super chats, super gifts up because we got to get Be Love out of the Boost Mobile, mobile hotspot, internet. We got to help my co-host. I'm gonna take you down for a second, Be Love, because you stuck. Come back. No, we just failed to compliment, man. That's probably a flaw. Oh, thank you, Trina. Oh, she just warmed my heart. She said she called me handsome. Oh, Trina P. There she go. Uh-oh. Are you there now?
There I go. Can you hear me now? Can you
Yeah,
hear me now?
I just said we're gonna
Can
do
you
a
hear me?
Jerry Lewis. Yeah, we're gonna do a Jerry Lewis morning telethon to get you off of that Boost Mobile hotspot that you
Not Jerry Lewis. So not why Jerry Lewis though?
you
Why he
going
gotta be
you going in and out, Be Love.
Jerry Lewis? That's why I gotta be Jerry Lewis though. Not a special way.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm coming right. I'm gonna join on my phone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for a super chat and for a donation, YouTube can sponsor my lovely co-host out of the Boost Mobile hotspot and get us into prime time. Be Love, you know it's all love. Be Love, she coming right back. look, look, Rich said, Quince TV film said, "Be in the Wi-Fi." The Wi-Fi ain't Wi-Fi. Oh, thank you, Aurora. I appreciate that. Hey, Night Rider, it was down bad. Listen, things happen. This is the real world. You know what I'm saying? Technical difficulties come as they may. But guess what? We bob and weave like a true boxer in his prime, especially how Mike Tyson used to do it. Listen, y'all come on over to YouTube. You feel me? Get up off this IG. Come on over to YouTube and join us. Listen. Queen Bree in the place. LPZ in the building. What's good? What did mouth do? What? Champion. What's good with it, Slim? You in the building. Riri Lokester. I see you in the building. I'll bring you up in this shortly, Riri. We got to get this party started. Happy birthday to the young Riri Lokester. You feel me? Diamond would look beautiful in our lipsticks. Listen, getting her DM, Aurora, getting her DM over on IG. Look, give her the proposal. Give her the, you know what I'm saying, the 411. Maybe y'all could work out something. You feel me? Listen, while we wait for my lovely co-host to bring that ass back here, listen, how y'all feeling today? It's Hump Day. This is the Good Morning Gang. I'm your boy, Big Phil Speaks. My co-host, she's coming back for the one more again. Be love, she's coming. Listen, we about to get it in. As usual, just another great show, another situation to get you out that bed, to shake them cobwebs off, you get them boogies out your eyes and your nose, that drool off of that there. Listen, if you're rolling over into something, more power to you. If you're rolling over out of something, more power to you. If you wish you was, I pray for you. But guess what? We here. We gonna make it do what it do. It's the Good Morning Gang show. Listen, your birthday in 13 days. All right. Rich, you gonna be 21 on your B-Day? Lady Coco, come on over. There's the welder. Come on over to YouTube. Listen. Her IG Aurora is Diamond, aka Babe. BABE. Y'all come on over to the good old YouTube channels right there. Say what? Damn it, not the big red bow. You know, red is my color, but not the big red bow. Damn it. B-Love just hit me, said give her a few. You know what I'm saying? She's working out the kinks or whatever. B-Love, we got you. Listen, in the meantime, between time, we're going to make it do what it does. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and get into a topic real quick. You know what I'm saying? They charged that Obama in Kansas City who shot Ralph Yarl. They charged him. Now let's get him tried and convicted. And I'm not one that wants somebody to go to jail, but something needs to get done to that. I got to watch my mouth because I'm on YouTube. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it's the story about the young boy, 16 years old, a truly good young fella at that. Not one of them, you know, checkered past youngins, you know what I'm saying, that got involved with something. A good young boy that was going to pick up his siblings, went to the wrong street, went to the wrong street acronym. Instead of going, I think, to 115th Street, he went to 115th Place. I'm paraphrasing. Y'all get the picture. Went to this man's house. The man shot him once through his glass front door, and then came out and shot him in the head, trying to off him all the way. God was with that young man. That young man is still here today recovering. God bless him. Took them long enough, and I think if Sean King, Ben Crump, and different other ones didn't get involved, we wouldn't have either heard about it or nothing wouldn't have been done about it. But because of the public outcry, they have charged him with 2 felonies thus far. And I don't give a damn about his age. I don't care how old he is, how young he is. I care about his motives, his actions, his intentions, and why he did that sucker shiggity to that young boy. Listen, because I guarantee if it was a young boy, his same race and nationality, it wouldn't have been no shots fired. That part. So shout out to at least the preliminary part of it. Shout out to Van Lathan too. I posted in my stories. He put up a great analogy of the whole situation. I loved it. If anybody can tag Van Lathan and let him know Big Phil Speaks, gives him a salute, a 100-gun salute for that. That was dope. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, check my stories on IG. Big Phil Speaks. Check it out and find out. Hey, Paggy Reek, that part. Standing ovation. If I wasn't doing this show, I'd stand up. You hear me? Hey, Tamia, she was definitely wilding with that comment. Listen, do B love me cash out for a weekly bill? I don't know. He pressed the wrong buzzer. And listen, people get lost all the time. Children get lost all the time. Hell, grown-ass people get lost a time or two. Listen, are we in a world that we're just so heartless and so careless that we will let our prejudices, our beliefs, our misbeliefs about other people, our own miserableness take the better of us and take it out on others, especially the youth? Are we in that place? Are we in that day and age in 2023 that we're going to allow our own shortcomings, whatever we were taught, whatever we learned, whatever we practice in our life, to overcome the humanity in us? I always say at the end of my shows, love on somebody on purpose. With that man, I don't know his name, and I wouldn't say his name if I did. What he was operating in was the opposite of that. It was hate. It was hate. This is the reason why I always say love on somebody on purpose. He don't know what the reason why that boy was at that door. And if you look at the boy don't look like a menace. He don't look like a thug. He don't look like that he's giving nobody a trouble in the world. For that man to shoot him through the glass door, not the boy opened the door, went through the threshold of his front door, and the man not knowing what was going on shot him through the glass door, I guess, for ringing his bell. What kind of bullshiggery is that? Huh? Then I guess open the door and stand over the boy and try to do him all the way in. Had to be nothing but God on this side, on that young boy's side. Shout out to Ralph, y'all. We pray for a very full and speedy recovery for you, young man. Listen, that old man, listen. I wouldn't care if he was 20, 30, 40, 100. There's no reason for what happened to have happened. And Kansas City authorities, I'm glad you stood up and did the right thing. You should have did it out the gate. Y'all held him for 24 hours and did nothing. Y'all should have charged him immediately. Because you could tell by the scene, if he shot through the glass door, that means he was not no imminent danger. So was no stand your ground. Listen, was no stand your ground. Couldn't have been my child, because listen. I try to stay in the best spirits in the most positive way, positive vibes ever. But let something like that happen to one of my kids. Pray for me early. You hear me? Pray for me early. That man he did look like a damn Neanderthal. That's a fact. That's a fact. That man looked like a damn Neanderthal. That's a fact. Hey, Keisha Hall, you know you can have yourself a ball if your assets are in order. Slow down. It is sad. It's very sad. We got you, beloved. We got you. Y'all come on over to YouTube. Come on over there. Lom, Good Money Gang. Come on over to YouTube. Listen, it takes a whole sucker, a whole coward to do what that man did. Like I said, in some situations, they put out the media or some of the people working on behalf of the victim's family, they put out the best pictures of the person, that the victim and or person involved. And sometimes their life don't match up with the pictures or whatever, or it's old pictures of them when they were a lot more innocent. This boy was actually that. Looked very studious, was a part of the band, played the instrument, looked very studious. Looked like he couldn't hurt a fly or wouldn't hurt a fly. For this man who has been on this earth 80 some odd years, who has seen life change, to see race relations change in a lot of places, to see the world move forward and be progressive when it comes to a lot of different things, whether it be race, whether it be sexuality, whether it be about classism in certain instances. For you to live 80 some odd years and see this progression, for you to stay stuck in time way back here, no matter if it was your daddy, your mama, your granddaddy, your grandmama, or even yourself, practiced, spewed, or was a part of hate in some way, and racism in some way, for you at 80 something years old to needlessly exact violence against a young boy, no matter the color, but just so happens in this case, he's a young black boy, is reprehensible. Reprehensible. You ain't got a lot of years left, but the jury of the peers in that area, they need to do the right thing if it get to that. The neighborhood and or communities of Kansas City or surrounding areas, wherever it actually happened, need to do the right thing in this situation. I'm not going to say too much more beyond that because I won't get my channel flagged or no problems. Uh-oh, she's back. Jail Diamond, that part, going to jail for life, that part. Lom, Good Money Gang, I see you in the building. Need to boss up and handle that part. Be Love, are you here this time?
Good morning, gang. I'm sorry I'm late.
You good. That's
technical
what
difficulties.
for.
Yes, and I love y'all for it. I see everybody in the building. Candace B. Rich is in the building. Miss Pink. Hola. Lamb Reed. And I just came in at the tail end of your conversation about the Jill Diamond. Hey, Keisha Hall.
About the Ralph y'all situation, yeah.
Hey, Afro Latina. The Real Racky Peak. Night Rider, I see you. Aurora the Goddess. Who was on this morning? I didn't mean to interrupt y'all.
No, it's cool. That's my friend Diamond. She was stepping in, you know what I'm saying? She,
Diamond,
just stepping in for un momento. Yeah. Stepping in for un momento. Yeah.
Okay, don't be ragging on my T-Mobile. Okay, Rich, don't be ragging on my T-Mobile. Did hear about the Jerry King special.
Be love. Sit right there, right? Sit right there and give us your saddest face real quick.
No.
Just look sad. Come on, please.
I know where you're going with this.
For a simple super chat, ladies and gentlemen, you too can help sponsor a Be Live out of Wi-Fi into the world of Wi-Fi. You too.
That's what happens when my Wi-Fi ain't right.
Look at her. And
I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry, Pocky Reek. Well, how do I pronounce it?
You
I'm
ain't called
sorry.
him Racky. You ain't called him Racky Rig early.
Rocky Peak. That's my dyslexia kicking in. So I guess I am a Jerry's kid. Send
That's
those
all right.
dollars, y'all. Send those dollars.
You know,
I'm a
for a
Jerry's
couple of
kid.
short dollars, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can sponsor the world tour for the Good Morning Gang Show to make sure the signal is forever shining
Forever.
bright. Damn it.
That's what's so funny when you got 10 networks, you log on to your phone, you log on to the network, you log on to the Wi-Fi, and you just like, none of this works.
Word.
Oh my God. Y'all better
That's
get
right,
y'all
champion.
Telegram dollars up, y'all.
$12. For just 12 cents a day, you can help get
You got me like, you ain't shit, Rich.
Damn
Rich ain't
it.
shit. Yes, Miss Pink. We need to get together soon, lady. In fact, call me later. I was gonna send you a check on you text, but what's going on, gang?
Everything is everything. As you can see, I was just touching on the bullshittery called the Ralph Yarl shooting. Um, in a sarcastic way, giving Kansas City authorities their propers for charging them. Finally, speaking on the fact that it probably wouldn't even gotten to that if Sean King, attorney Ben Crump, and others didn't get involved. That we live in 2023, and that for as much progression as we have gotten to, that we still stuck in a certain ugly place where there's people that are still stuck with some ugly ideologies that lead to things like this happening. And I said, I don't give a damn about his age, how old, how young. I don't care if he's dementia, hallucinating, psychotic, schizophrenic. I don't give a damn about none of that. Things like this should not happen. And if he is any of those latter things, then he shouldn't have no gun in the first place. However, the fact that he shot through the front door, you can't say you stood no ground because he didn't break the thresholds of your doorway. He didn't try to break into your house. And then to come out and then to point the gun at his head and shoot again to try to end him for good. And I said it was nothing but God that got that young man through that and that he's recovering. I said,
Yes, for sure.
it's crazy. I said, as me as a parent, I try to stay on positive vibes. Only, yes, I have a past, but I try to stay on positive vibes. But if it was one of my kids, y'all would have to pray for me. That's kind of where I was at when you came in. But
well, let me ask this: can I play devil's advocate a little bit? And I'm not gonna sit here
let me
and
turn
I'm
my
not
hat.
gonna sit here and pretend like racism
Have
does
at
not
it.
exist. We know it does. We know racism exists. This is an 80-something-year-old man, right? He's in the house by himself. St. Louis, Missouri does have some crime issues. And the fact of the matter is that there is a sense of protection that you need to have for yourself. So I'm not saying what he did is right at all. What I'm saying is, good morning, RW. What I'm saying is that looking at it, I think I would kind of feel different when we talk about the New York situation with the 20-year-old girl, which I saw Keisha Hall bring up, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about that as well. That's a younger man. That to me is a male who had his senses about him. This
Thank you,
80 something
Candace B.
year old, oh my
Thank
God,
you.
thank you, Candace B. I'm on the road to Wi-Fi. On the road again.
Yeah. Damn
I'm
it.
on the road to better Wi-Fi. Is there kind of like a disparity with regards to age, security, the fact that he is an older man? I mean, they're bred in racism, but there's also a protection factor. I just kind of feel like we need to look at all of it. What I'm learning, especially about the news, even the most atrocious things up front, you have to gather all of the facts, because once you have all of the facts, it really allows you to make an educated I guess, form an educated opinion, because that's really what it is, in terms of how we feel about it. But it'll be very interesting to see what comes out about that. Like you said, I'm so glad that this young man made it, and that he's gonna be okay. Thank you, Trina. Oh, look at y'all! Look at y'all! Look at
Ain't
y'all! I'm a
nobody
Jerry
ain't no
kid.
scene
I'm a
fucking.
Jerry's. I'm a Jerry's kid. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But let's talk a little bit about oh shoot, we gotta split it 250 each. He gonna contribute his 250 to my Wi-Fi. So today is my Wi-Fi fun day.
Who is that? Who the hell is that? I don't know her.
Listen, you the one calling me a Jerry's kid. That cost. That cost.
So you got to pay for that now.
You got to pay for that. You have forfeited any funds today. You want to start the telethon, okay? The roast is real. Just recently, a 20-year-old, it was the same exact thing. Her and her friends had taken a route. Matter of fact, let me just read the story. Her name is Kaylin Gillis. And it says, Kaylin Gillis's parents are left devastated over daughter's upstate New York shooting. The devastated and heartbroken parents of the 20-year-old Kaylin posted touching tributes to their daughter, who was shot and killed when the car she was in drove up the wrong driveway in upstate New York Saturday night. Angelique and Andrew Gillis remembered their daughter in separate Facebook posts on Tuesday as a beautiful soul who had so much to live for and so many dreams before she was fatally shot by a homeowner in Washington County. The young woman was with 3 friends when they mistakenly drove up the wrong driveway and were shot as they tried leaving. The homeowner, Kevin Monahan, who's 65, was charged with second-degree murder. They talked about how devastated they are, how gifted she was. She was a kind, beautiful, and ray of light to anyone who was lucky enough to know her. She was a big sister, much loved daughter, a devoted friend, and partner to her loving boyfriend. Kind of the same thing when we think about, y'all been upstate New York. It's pretty dark out there. And somebody coming up in your driveway that you don't know, what do you do? What
Do you
do?
automatically fire though, or do you wait do you get your gun and look by the window, see what's popping, see who it is? Do you get the as soon as they turn that joke?
He might have been robbed before. Maybe somebody has been on his, trespassed on his property. I'm just saying, we don't know all the facts. And, I don't even want to take away from the fact that because she's not Black, it's not getting the same news story, because it is getting the same news story. But I'm just like, are we so quick to judge that we're not waiting for the facts? Yeah, she was just in a car. She wasn't even driving. She was just in a car. They were leaving, like they got to the driveway, turned around and were leaving, and the guy opened fired on them. I think the bigger problem here, guys, because we already know racism exists. Racism is never going away. I'm sorry. I don't care how many kumbayas we do. I don't care how many Black presidents we have, which, by the way, there is someone who put his hat in the ring, Black senator. We're going to talk about that, for presidential bid. So, there's a possibility of another Black president, but I don't care how many we have. This will always be a racist country. The foundation of this country is that whites are superior and that African American or anyone of color is not. So let's put that aside. The bigger issue to me is how easy it is for someone to just go get a gun. And the fact that there are people who are holding guns, like this 80-year-old man, there should be some kind of testing situation. If you're 80 years old, first of all, we need to test you for a license. All this, let's just keep renewing it because you've been in the game a long time. No, we need to test your driving skills. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, I'm gonna check that out, Keisha Hall.
What part?
She was saying the story she was talking about was a cheerleader who got shot for opening the wrong door in a parking lot.
Yeah, that's another one. I heard about that one too. Yeah.
After a cheerleading competition. I'm gonna look into that right now. But I think the bigger issue that nobody wants to address is the fact that these guns, everybody is running rampant with a gun. There's no checks. There's not an age check, not a mental health check, none of these checks that allow us to make sure that we're discerning who can have a weapon. Because, to my point, if I live in a house of state and I live on a quiet driveway, I know nobody comes. This is like nobody's coming to my house unless I know they're coming to my house and announce anybody coming up my driveway is a danger or a threat.
But
Yeah,
how?
I'm walking to the door with my Jimmy, and me and him is gonna be talking first and asking questions later.
But beloved, I don't know your exact age, and I'm not gonna ask because I get smacked upside my head. How many times have you pulled in somebody's driveway and backed out to even just turn around to go back up a block or something? Like,
I have a couple of times.
so then what if somebody just shot your car up just because you did? No, we living in a
That's
messed
when
up
I'm
world. We living in a messed up world. And getting back to Ralph, y'all, if that boy knocked on your door, be loved, whether he's supposed to be there or not, looking at that boy, would you have been afraid?
He's 80-something years old. He probably got cataracts.
Man,
He
cataracties.
probably got cataracts. All of this is fuzzy up in here. All he sees is a young black man on his foot.
You know what cataracts? It was called races of racks. That's what
Not Cadillacs. Cataracts. Oh my goodness. But again, I think, and I'm looking at the story with the cheerleaders, the bigger story is this is
Monique,
why
I don't know what you're talking about, but she is the co-host of the show. What are you talking about?
We Love is 29. Thank you.
Relax.
Yeah, who? Okay. I'm like, who are you talking to? Good morning, Evolution Brooklyn.
Hey, Evolution.
This all goes back to gun control and the fact that anybody is allowed to
Rich says you are 29. All right, okay. Have at it.
Keisha Hall, I'm celebrating with you, girl. Thank you. Keisha said, yay, we got our first hater in the comments. Laugh my ass off. You guys have officially made it. I love it. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Okay. Thank you, Keisha.
I don't think so, Jay.
You. That is hysterical. All right, let's talk about.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
So 2 members of an elite competitive cheerleading team in Oak Ridge were shot Tuesday morning after one of the athletes reportedly mistakenly tried to get into the wrong car after practice. The 4 young women drove from Round Rock area to Woodlands Elite Cheer Company in Oak Ridge 3 times each week for practice. They used the Elgin HEB as a carpool for the approximately 360-mile round trip. Just after midnight, cheerleader Heather Ross said she got out of her friend's car and opened the door to a vehicle she believed to be her own in the HEB parking lot. Ross said there was a man sitting in the passenger seat, so she initially panicked, thinking a stranger was inside her car, and got back into her friend's vehicle. When she noticed the man approached her vehicle, she said she rolled down the window to apologize, telling him she thought it was her car. Ross said the man threw up his hands, pulled out a gun, and started shooting. ABC13 has verified the testimony with Bastrop County sources. An affidavit states that the HEB manager witnessed the gunman shoot at the vehicle multiple times before fleeing the area. According to the officers, Roth suffered a graze wound and was treated and released on the scene, but her teammate Peyton Washington was shot in the leg and the back. Washington was flown to a nearby hospital in critical condition. Peyton opens the door and she starts throwing up blood. Oh, wow. In an Instagram Live Tuesday evening, a coach said Washington, for Baylor's acrobatic and tumbling team, suffered damage to multiple organs and had her spleen removed. She is expected to undergo additional surgeries throughout the week. Is this a situation where you shoot first and ask questions later?
I don't know the particulars of that case, but it sounds like something else might have been going on with that. The person's dead ass wrong, first and foremost. However, it sounds like they tried to enter the wrong person's vehicle that might just be a street individual that might have been doing something they ain't no business doing anyway. I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
just
But
crazy. That's
sad.
crazy.
It's sad. It's sad. Because I mean, one, they were ladies. One, they were ladies. Two, I
Right.
mean, yeah, you can trust anybody these days, but still, obviously, they probably had on cheerleading outfits or some kind of athletic, warm up suit. They'll put them on over top of the cheerleading outfits sometimes, so
Right.
they couldn't look like a threat to nobody. Um,
They couldn't have been that big either, because you know those cheerleaders are traditionally on the smaller side, and then you see a picture of them, and they are pretty petite.
But no, beloved. Let me play devil's advocate. Maybe that person was robbed at time and too carjacked up.
Could have been.
Got cataracts and no, I'm
Could
making
have
light
been.
of it. I'm making light of it, and it's not a funny thing. We lived in a jacked up world where a lot of people just ain't right for one
Right.
reason or another. Whether it has to do with racism, whether it has to do with just the lifestyle, whether it has to do with just people being ugly, evil, and miserable. You just never know what
Yeah.
you're gonna get. So you just have to be mindful when you walk up to people, walk up to on people's property, whether you want to turn your car around in their driveway. Lord forbid you just, you know what I'm saying? You might have thought it was the ad to say oops, and in your back I realize
Mm-hmm.
the house next door, somebody just opened fires on you for doing something so innocent. It's crazy.
Right.
Or God forbid, you took the information or saw the information wrong that your mom or whoever gave you, and it had a
Yeah.
different street acronym on it or whatever, or ending name as opposed it was place instead of street or way instead of lane or whatever, and you go to the wrong block and knock on the door and get shot and try almost executed, attempted execution just because you wanted to do something positive by picking your siblings up, or you leaving a cheerleading competition where you, hey, can I get an A? Hey, all that good stuff, and you come out and you go to the wrong car, and somebody open fires on you. There's been times where I've done it. Like I went to a parking lot and the car looked just like mine at the time.
Exactly.
And I went and I'm like, what? Hold on. One time, where was that? With my ex, and we were at a Chipotle. Came out to Chipotle, wasn't paying attention. The car pulled up, looked just like hers. I got in the car. The lady looked like her world, like she was scared. I said, "Oh, my bad, ma'am. I'm in the next car. I'm
Oh.
sorry." I felt
Oh.
bad. She looked like she was about to shit on herself. So I got on the car. My people was laughing at me in the next car. I was like, "That ain't funny," because I felt bad for the lady. Because I mean, same exact color, same tint, same everything. So
Wow.
we have to be careful, but also people gotta also give some levity. Give some. Yeah, you can grab onto your joint paws. Somebody come to your house not invited and pay. At least see what's going on.
Right.
Don't fire first and ask questions later, because you're gonna find yourself in the hot seat in a jail cell, or at the end of somebody else's gun for retribution, or whatever the case may be. We got to have some love for each other at the end of the day. We do. We
We
do.
really
All
do.
listen.
And I think that's where, definitely when you ask the question about are we losing humanism, it's becoming so different. But just be aware as well. Just be aware. What's so funny? Always looking for
Uh,
license to agree.
Quinn just
You
said,
got
"Who grabbing the joint?" You got to be more specific, Phil.
okay. She looks like this is not Uber. Get your ass up out my car. Exactly, RW. She like, what the
Man,
hell?
she like she about to get carjacked. I felt so bad. I was
I
what?
mean, could
Oh,
you imagine somebody just
right.
jumping in your car?
I'm a big dude. I come, even though I got the Chipotle bag on me with me.
Like looking
I jumped.
harmless.
I jumped in real quick. Matter of fact, I was all the way almost sat down in the car, and I looked up. I was like, "Hold up, you ain't my people." And she was like, I said, "I am so sorry. I'm in the next car that looked this." I got out. I said, "Please, I apologize. I'm sorry." I backed on out. I felt so bad for that lady though, because she probably was like, "My whole world is coming to an end. They finally got
Okay.
me."
With a Chipotle burrito.
Yeah, he contact me with a burrito bowl.
The weapon of choice is a
But
burrito.
I ate it though. I ate it.
But I ate it.
I ate it. He took my car, but I ate that burrito bowl.
Right. That was the penalty.
Right above.
Yo, that is so funny.
Right, I could have got shot. I mean, listen, I could have got shot,
indeed.
and she probably would have been to a certain degree in a rightful,
Justified.
how can I say, scared mode.
Right.
Here I am, I'm big light-skinned black dude getting in your car. You don't know me from a can of paint, and I'm coming in quick, getting in the car quick. I could have got shot. And my intentions was not to do anything illegal, do her no harm, no nothing. An innocent mistake.
Right.
I'm glad we talking about this because I forgot all about that. Yeah, innocent mistake could have done me in. And
exactly.
I think I did more in that situation in violating her space than any of these three incidences that we're talking about, which is crazy when you think about it. Because I actually got in the car. So I really violated her space and everything. The salsa and chips, man.
He said you should have offered her the Chipotle. Be like, ma'am, I'm so sorry. This is a burrito on me.
You want some? You want a bite? You want a bite? I got some chips and queso. You want that? So I go buy you a whole burrito.
I want you to get the hell up out my car, mister.
Right, nigga, you know, see?
You know, I think
probably sharded or queefed. She probably did all that.
Okay. It probably took 10 to 15 minutes just to recover. Like, what just happened right now? I think another thing people don't factor in is PTSD. There are a lot of people who suffer from PTSD. The Guatemala gangster, not the burrito bandito.
That
That is so funny. But yeah, a lot of people do suffer from PTSD. You don't know what people have been through before that will make them react in a way where they feel like they have to defend themselves. And I'm not defending anybody, although I can if I want to. Let's be very clear. My point is my point, and I will make it because last time I checked, this is my show along with my co-host. So we could say whatever we want to say and talk about whatever we want to talk about. But that part. But I'm just saying, I don't think people really take into account the big picture in terms of the fact that a lot of people have been through stuff and they respond according to what they've been through. And you don't know what that is and you don't know what it looks like. So, to everybody's point, be careful.
Exercise some discretion. If you don't want to exercise some discretion.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, I wanted to get into this story about Cash App because many of us use Cash App, as you know, either Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. And there's a Georgia man who said that Cash App took $1,000 out of his bank account and won't give it back. So an Atlanta man, a Georgia man, said he transferred Cash App transferred money out of his bank account and won't give it back. He said he loaned money to his friend who then paid it back through Cash App, but now it's unclear where the money actually ended up. He said he regularly uses the app to send money to his children and friends, but when Cash App opened a green dot credit card in his name, he asked that the account be closed and his money returned to his Cash App account. Has that ever happened to you? Where you get those cards in the mail where it looks like you have an account?
There's no way that I can't say there's no way. But you have to request a card for them to send out a card, whether it goes to you or wherever. You have to request it. Now his account could have been hacked. Somebody could have got a hold of something, whether they were close to him or a hacker or whatever. But you got to be careful when you use it.
The money was moved, $1,002 moved first to his Cash App balance and then to his bank, but then with no explanation, Cash App took the money back from his bank account. They put the money there and then turned around and took it out. All I'm asking is, where's the $1,000 if you took it out? It has to be somewhere. I know that I like to steak dinner and beef grease later. Oh Lord, Watchman, you're gonna be careful what you ask for.
Whoa.
Be careful what you ask for, Watchman. You playing with a real one. Because everybody need a little beef grease, and they like. I keep telling y'all. In fact, if Monique has some beef grease in her life, she come up in here acting right. Girl, go get some beef grease. Go get some beef grease. I bring this up because we all use these apps. We don't really pay attention moving money through them. You know what I'm saying? And this kind of stuff happens. I know if you send money with Zelle, if you send it to the wrong person, they won't send it back. Like if the person who you send it to, if you send it to the wrong person, whether it's Cash App or Zelle or Venmo, you can't get it back.
Nah, it's gonna be up to that other person to be honest, to say I got it wrongly, whatever. We got somebody behind scenes that want to come up and tap in on the comments. You ready?
Tap on it. Tap in.
What's good, baby boy? Hey, little mama.
Family?
How are you?
I'm well. And yourself?
Great, thank you. Super blessed. What's going on with you?
Chilling. I'm just listening, checking y'all out, hearing your topics out and things like things of that nature.
Okay, you got any dialogue as to what we talked about thus far? Whether it be the people getting shot, the Cash App snatching of the funds,
or the people that's getting shot is like, damn, like, we black, and you see what the listen. I don't want to, talk bad about us and shit, but you see what these is doing out there, on the internet, the little niggas, and so that shit affect everybody. Like that's black. You don't even gotta be, a fucked up little nigga, and you walk into somebody's yard by accident, but you're not a fucked up nigga, and you still get shot, but just because you're black.
Do me a favor.
Stop cursing.
Cussing a little bit,
sorry,
please.
Sorry. I apologize. But yeah, go ahead. I'm listening, little mama. I'm listening to you, man.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying you absolutely right. Unfortunately we're paying for other people's mistakes. Everybody's not up to no good, but there's a lot of people who are up to no good. And because you don't really know the difference until you know the difference. Shoot, you can open your door and be the kindest person in the world. But you lost, young man, and find yourself tied up in the basement. He's an 80-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It happens. And so I'm not excusing any bad behavior. I'm really not. But like to your point and what you're saying is we are also paying for the mistakes of people, for the people who don't act right.
Continuously.
Thank you for that.
I appreciate you for tapping in, Unified. Much love, Slim, as usual.
Peace, baby.
Tap in. Anything else you want to talk about, Unified? Are you good?
I'm out.
Thank you so much for the support.
I appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.
100.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so
somebody's definitely trying to holler.
Listen, you can Zelle me. It's the telethon, y'all. We need some.
Do I need to be a manager? Look. Do I need
tap in. Tap in.
Do I need to be the V manager? Look. Look, I don't want no problems with that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want no problems.
Don't even, I know. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Dude, that don't even sound right.
Yeah, I think all of it again it's just so sad because it's funny how the people who deserve their due diligence don't always get it. And then you got the good ones, and you got to understand that we are really in a war between good and evil.
Good and evil.
And these are the times that it want to turn you around, you know what I mean? But just remember, this is what we're talking about from the human part. If this does happen to you, if somebody does accidentally get in your car. If somebody does, that's why like people go through their Ring camera. And I was sharing that the other day, how the lady, there's a man on the porch with a baby, clearly a baby, and she's not opening her door. She's not saying, hey, bring the baby. She's not saying any of that. She's like, yeah, this might be the neighbor's kid. Go check them. Like, she's not opening her door because it's a sense of protection that we all need to have for one another or for ourselves, first of all. And then, just being cautious. You don't know what's a scam. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? These people could be using a kid to get into your house. It's all well and good until you tied up in the basement and they cleaning you out.
That's true. There was a time though, like if a strange person was in the neighborhood with a child or whatever, and nobody know you, they coming outside. Hey, what you doing? How you doing today? Can we help you? Is
Very
that your
true.
child? Da, 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 da.
Very
Or
true.
even if they knew that child, they're gonna ask questions. The community was a community. Yes, there's always been a threat of violence. Yes, it's gotten worse through the years, but the community was the community. We
Right.
wouldn't allow certain things to happen unchecked in our neighborhoods. We wouldn't allow for certain things to go unnoticed in our neighborhoods and just let it be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even for the, how can I say, the bad elements of the neighborhood had a certain respect that got out the way for the ladies coming down the street or trying to get into their property, help the old ladies across the street, carry their groceries, et cetera, et cetera. Even the bad
Yep.
elements
Yep.
looked out. Like
Had
you
a
weren't coming
respect.
into our neighborhood defiling our neighborhood. We need to get back to some sense of community in all our communities. Period.
I
Period.
think that's the question. How do we get back to that? Is there anybody on this live right now that is engaged in the community to the place where you're making like an impact? Because at the end of the day, he's right. But I always go back to, how do you? Do you now become the mayor of the block? In my block, we always had a mayor, somebody who always knew what was going on. They would have known who that baby was. That's Shaniqua baby down the street. She live at 170, 18, 120. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? We've lost that because now people don't want people in your business. People don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to, because sometimes they paying attention to everything. And we don't want them paying attention to everything, just the things that matter. So how do we get back to community? I'm
One
going to get
starting
into
to
a cocktail. I'm going to see how it works out for me. Then when the police come, I'm going to say, I got this brewery.
oh right. That part.
That's just, you make a good point too. It's the new drugs these kids take and they only know how to disrespect. And it's the fact that it's this whole gentle parenting, which we've talked about, where it's just like the parents don't want to offend their kids. Parents want to be their kids' friends. I don't judge it. I think you have to have a balance. I think you have to have a balance of trust. I think you have to have a balance of respect. And I think you also, that respect needs to spread out. You don't talk back to older people. Like, my youngest, he's a Sagittarius, very outspoken. And he's like, I'm like, Terrell, don't you ever open your mouth or disrespect an older person. I don't care what you think it is. Walk away. Walk away. You don't need to say anything. But the lady next, oh, this is good. It was a lady next to. She's so nosy. I know she's nosy. She's old. She has no life. She has nothing going on. She's nosy. I said, but at the end of the day, it's not your job to disrespect her. I didn't raise you to be that person. We didn't raise you to be that person. And even more so than that, leave her alone. They're just words.
and guess what? Sometimes that same nosy person gonna solve a issue for you.
Yep.
Somebody could be messing with your house, messing with your car, messing with your babies, and
Yep.
she gonna see it. She gonna
Yep.
help you. Understand something. The community got a lot of the community always had a lot of dynamics. We had the nosy person, we had the busybody, we had the drunk, we had the this, that, and the third,
Yep.
good qualities and bad qualities. But all in all, it was the community. And you said how to get back to that? Start talking to one another. You live in a neighborhood a lot of times where you don't even know your neighbors at all. You might give them a heads up, a what's up, or and keep it pushing. Start talking to your neighbors. Start finding out, a little bit about them.
Yes.
One, because like especially when you get into like owning things or even leasing or renting things, you can't keep an eye on everything 24/7. Even with your
That's right.
ring cameras and all these other things, you might need somebody to keep an eye out for your youngins. Make sure they're up to no good. Make sure nobody's trying. I mean, not up to no good. Make sure nobody's trying to bother them. Make sure nobody's trying to get at your property, and you do the same for them. We have to step outside of this. I don't. No, I'm minding my business all the time. You mind your business, but at the same time, treat your neighborhood like an extended family.
Right.
You got to get back to that. It's not easy because of the world we live in today, and a lot of the shortcomings and a lot of our prejudices against one another, not just other races, but against
Right.
one another. But we got to get past that. We got to get back to how things was pre-crack era. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Things have never been 100, but they were a lot better community wise. And I think we need to get back to that. And in some ways, I think we are, but we have a long road to go. A long road to go.
Well, I think a lot of the people, Desbx just said, he still uses the word miss, ma'am,
Mhm.
respectfully, Afro Latino respect to the elders. I think we also have to understand that we in our 50s and 40s, 60s, we're a hybrid generation. We're a mix of old school, but we now live in a very new school. And a
Mm.
lot, this new school mentality is me and I, and first of all, Watchman, I'm so sorry about your dog. So sorry to hear about that. He lost his dog on Sunday. Sorry to hear about that.
Sorry
We
to hear
know
that,
that
Watchman.
pets are like family members, so that can be really impactful. But yeah, sorry for that. But yeah, we live in this hybrid generation, and I think it's up to us to either bridge the gap or it's just going to be done. It's just going to be done because
That's
the
a
one
fact.
or two kids that get it today, the one or two who understand what's really going on, they're the minority. And we, we're not teaching those values anymore. We're more in the space of, like somebody in the comments said, we used to get our asses beat by the neighbor, and if the neighbor brings your ass home after they don't whip your ass, you're getting your ass whipped at home too. There wasn't any of that.
Hmm.
Don't touch my kid, or don't say anything to my kid. There was none of that. It was
No.
always a respect for one another and understanding that we're trying to teach each other to do the right things.
That's a
And
fact.
now it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of rogue, but um
That's a
I
fact.
think for those of us who have whatever control we have over it, is a battle with me, not a battle, but it's definitely different. Like I've shared before, I have a 13-year-old granddaughter, 14 now, and I have, a 2-year-old grandson, and I just see the leniencies and and this gentle parenting, because that's actually the word that my daughter uses, gentle parenting, and I'm like, this is a fail for me. All of this gentle parenting
I
is a
got your
fail.
gentle
Okay.
parenting. I would gently tap that ass. Look.
you know so but shout out to everybody in this chat. I love y'all. I love that y'all keep it positive.
That part.
We always gonna do that over here.
That part.
Clearly, everybody's getting a dose of beef grease or giving it out. Applaud to y'all. Keep doing the damn beef grease thing. Applause.
Is that what got you
Applause.
glistening today? Is that what got you glistening?
No, it's been it's early morning moisturizer. That's all. Just
That's the
moisturize.
AKA. That's the AKA the beef grease, the early morning moisturizer. Damn it.
Grandma
Yeah,
loves saying
have
that.
have it.
Okay, no. Oh my god.
What,
Oh my
Watchman?
god. That's
What the figure?
all right. Watch me. We gotta keep it PG-13. My man be on this live. he
Wow.
got to. He gonna. I'm gonna go over. He gonna be like, what in the
So what's
hell?
going on with this guy, Watchman?
Who Watchman? Who that is? Who he be? Yeah, gentle parenting. Or do we have gentle parenting? She can't speak on it. She signed a BGA agreement. Right, exactly. Disclosure. Oh, I would sign the BGD. Did you hear? Has to pay Dominion $787. Oh, come on.
Dominion who? Dominion the lecture company? No, I ain't hear about that
They
one.
gotta pay them a lot of money.
That's a lot of bread. Listen.
A lot of money.
He says, I'm
Okay.
bad. I'm telling.
I lost the comments, but I'm gonna just go ahead and stay in here with that. Oh, yeah, there we go. Have to call you G Love. Yeah, I'm a Gigi. I am not allowed to be called grandma. Do
Why?
not look like a grandma. I am not
Why
a
not?
grandma. Because
Why
I don't see myself as a grandma. When I think of grandmas a little more old, elderly. They're a little more, seasoned. I'm still in my seasoning pot phase. They don't be calling me no grandma. Mm-mm. I'm a Gigi.
Damn it.
We got any Gigi's in the house? The voter registration. Oh, Dominion.
Oh wow.
Let's see what that's about. Let's see.
Season
So
pot
Fox
guy.
News settles with Dominion at the last second, pays more than $787 million to avert a defamation trial over its 2020 election lies. Let's talk about that. Fox News reached a last second settlement with Dominion Voting Systems on Tuesday as the case raced towards opening statements, paying more than $787 million to end a colossal 2-year legal battle that publicly shredded the right-wing's network's credibility. They never had any credibility. Fox News, $787.5 million settlement with Dominion Voting Systems is the largest publicly known defamation settlement in U.S. history involving a media company. The deal was announced hours after the jury was sworn in at the Delaware Superior Court. Rumors of a settlement swirled in the courthouse when, after a lunch break, the proceedings dramatically ground to a halt for nearly 3 hours with no explanation while the parties apparently hammered out an accord. I want to know what they sued him for.
I was about to say, if they got $787 million on a negotiated payout, guess how much that lawsuit had to be for? Lord have mercy.
They sued them for 1.6 billion. So Dominion sued them for 1.6 million. The witness list included, first of all, just so y'all know, they had something. They had something on them, and it just happened to come out before it really blew. Like they just found some really, this is it, it's a wrap, and they were just like, just settle. The witness list included Fox Corporation Chairman Rupert Murdoch, his CEO son Lachlan Murdoch, and top Fox hosts like Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson. Damning emails, texts, and deposition testimony made public during the case revealed that these figures and many others at Fox privately said in 2020 that the vote rigging claims against Dominion were asinine, but the lies were spread on air anyway. Rupert Murdoch thought the election denialism was really crazy, even as Fox personalities peddled those same claims to millions of viewers. Carlson said he passionately hates Donald Trump, whose presidency was a disaster. Fox host producers and fact checkers and senior executives privately said in their on-air claims of a stolen election were kooky and dangerously reckless and mind-blowing nuts. So this goes back to when they went through the re-election. Mm-hmm. And they kept saying that the election was rigged, that it must have been some kind of issue with the voting machines, and and they basically were just bad mouthing them when they knew that it wasn't true.
Right. Which part you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Watchmen saying "Be Love" and Grandma even better. That part. I'm seasoned. I'm still seasoning. Still seasoning. It's true. I remember when we were growing up. Again, we grew up in a different time. Journalism actually was journalism. When they actually fact checked, they weren't allowed to report on things that were just, if it wasn't fact, they weren't reporting on it. If it
put it out there, yeah.
Era, they would retract it. Like there was a respectfulness to journalism. Now it kind of feels like, first of all, you had to even spell check your words. Sometimes I read some of these articles online and I'm like, that's spelled wrong. That's spelled wrong. It just feels like it's all messy.
That's the fact.
Yeah. It's because the Fox anchors would have to testify and admit that there was no election fraud, which there wasn't. That's been proven.
That's a fact.
Unfortunately, all the news outlets spread lies, fake news, narrative shifted. That's why we don't even watch it. I don't even watch the news anymore. It used to be, news used to be a blend of, what was going on in the community, what was going on in the world, in the States, and then there would be weather, and then there would be, you know what I'm saying? Now it's all in this shooting, in this robbing, in this mugging, in this carjack, in this, and I'm just like, where's any of the good stuff?
Well, one, drama, drama, salaciousness, and things of the like, negativity spark views. It sparks an uptick in the algorithm for whether it be here on YouTube, whether it be on national television, radio, whatever.
Right.
But they're also competing with social media and everything that, because more news is spread socially through these sites than it is on news channels anyway. So they're competing with that, and or at the same time trying to control narratives, because certain people are the controlling and owning interests in those companies or whatever, and they want their narratives or the people that they have relationships with pushed, even covertly or whatever, which is crazy. But hey, news is dying as we knew it, but it's also blossoming in other new ways or whatever.
Yeah, no, agreed, for sure. I just think we got to be in tune with our own news. And I see Brooklyn Brooklyn Evolution. You're not about to be everybody's manager, just so you know. Can't be everybody's manager.
Evolution already got the job.
Managers.
Already got the job, Evolution.
I'm not messing with y'all. Absolutely.
Thank you,
y'all
Afro,
hysterical.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Afro Latina. I'm getting closer to a better Wi-Fi. I'm getting closer to a better Wi-Fi. I'm just saying. What's been a really hot topic, and we haven't talked about it. Again, there's always sensitivity around certain topics, but it's still out there in the news, and we're gonna talk about it. We're not offensive. There's nobody here that has any issue with LGBTQ, LMNOP. Everything is all good over here. Do you love life, live life, whatever. But I don't know if you've heard, co-hosts, about Anheuser-Busch doing a campaign with the transgender Dylan Mulvaney. And so, in an effort to basically open up who drinks their beer, they did this campaign with this transgender. She's celebrating a year of becoming a transgender woman. And so they wanted to celebrate that. So there's been thank you, Afro Latina. There's been a huge uproar over this because we've talked about the disrespect, there are women who real women who aren't in any kind of change, who don't get the same accolades. So we're really curious why this particular person does. Now y'all be able to do half and half. Okay.
On a blue check.
I need a blue check. Now, if you're aware of the governor of Florida, which is Ron DeSantis, he's very controversial. He's somebody right now who is looking to throw his hat in the presidential ring as well. He's very, very traditional. Like, he doesn't believe in all of this new age, new school stuff. So he basically says that Anheuser-Busch is too woke and they have lost him as a customer. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis encouraged people to continue boycotting Bud Light amid their promotion of transgender personality Dylan Mulvaney, as he said conservative consumers hold power to keep the company accountable. He also revealed that he preferred his alternative beer, which we don't really give a shit about. But during an interview Monday with political commentator Benny Johnson, DeSantis said he would not be drinking Bud Light anymore as he did not wish to help enable woke companies and their goals of trying to change our country, trying to change policy, and trying to change the culture. Why would you want to drink Bud Light? I mean, like, honestly, that's like them rubbing our faces in it. And it's like these companies that do this, if they never have any response, they're just going to keep doing it. The Republican governor suggested conservatives do not sit down on the sidelines on the issue, but they have power to hit the company where it hurts in their bottom line. Since they lost this campaign, so many people have come out and spoken out against it. They've actually lost $1 billion in valuation of their company, $1 billion in valuation of their company. Bud Light is trying to keep
it. Sorry about that.
Huh? Thank you, Miss Piggy. Okay. See, the Jerry's Kid things work. Nike just did the same thing with this very same person. We spoke about it last week. I'm like, how come Angel Reese can't be the new face of Nike's bra top? You know what I mean? LSU just won. She's very much a woman, but I think they're also trying to engage in this new woke mentality. Is it woke? Is it woke that we're not supporting the fact that
chasing? It's clout chasing on the trending topic because let's be clear. Beer is more synonymous with men and activities of men than it is with women or anything else. Yes, there are women that drink beer. Yes, there's people of alternative lifestyles, LGBTQ plus whatever, that drink beer. But let's be clear, the number one consumer of beer are
males.
So yeah, it just makes it weird that they would step in that direction for what? To be cool, to be hip, to be woke, to be to say that we're cool with you all too, or that we support you guys too. It just don't seem like it make good business sense for that.
Right.
Hell, even with the Nike situation, they could have got Brittany Griner for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's somebody from that lifestyle that's actually a woman who probably does put on some type of bra, sports bra, or something at a time. Sometimes you got to make it make sense and not just chase the clout of it all, because sometimes clout is a good thing. And sometimes clout can be a reverse response, a negative response to your business, your product, or your service. So people need to use their head. And whoever thought of that, to me, I don't think did their best job in that. I'm just saying.
Budweiser's trying to take the heat off of them by saying that this was like a lower market, like a marketing team that kind of puts these kind of things together, that nobody at the top cleared it. The woman at the top who actually did clear it is a VP, white woman from, she lives in New York City. And I agree, Evolution Brooklyn, there is a lot of money in the LGBTQ community. However, I don't know too many LGBTQs that drink, no offense, Bud Light. Is a very bougie kind of community. And so I don't know that that's the popular drink. But, at the end of the day, Ron DeSantis, to your point, he's very controversial. He's trying to put a prison out by Disney. Like, he's at war with Disney. Who goes to war with Disney? I don't know. But it just goes to show,
why would you want to hell next to Disney?
Because of the financial gain. So, I'm gonna make you consumers of it. Oh, Sarah Lynn, I didn't know that. There are even a couple of Black women who own breweries now. That's a fun fact. I didn't know that.
That is true. That is true. But they are not the major consumers of beer. We're not going that far. They consume beer, yes, but I'm not gonna say they're the major consumers of beer. But
Okay, cookie oil. Now, what's that about? We all got from beef grease to cookie oil. I want to know what cookie oil is.
We see that. Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I see that it's
So,
erotic and it works every time. Oh Lord, evolution.
Evolution, Brooklyn. Go back to bed and wake back up, Evolution. It's too early. I know it's hump day, but damn it. Damn it.
Oh, he's in war with Disney over their acceptance of LGBTQ.
Ah,
It's not going away. I don't
it's
care.
not.
Like, no offense, it's not going away. Like, if anything, it's becoming a more empowered movement to the point where it's just like, come on out, and we support it, and we got it, and it's crazy. It's just a crazy situation. Oh Lord.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, it's
Listen,
not going nowhere. You gonna have to live off in a cave somewhere in some desolate area for you not to be around anybody that's not from another lifestyle. Period. Get over it. Do you live your life? It just to me it just doesn't make smart marketing sense. It's we always talk about clout chasing and people that clout chasing, looking for that moment of that fame or that viral da 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 da.
thank
However,
you, Miss Piggy.
thank
Yes,
you. I
we can.
appreciate you, Miss Piggy.
Yes, we
Thank you.
can. We will
But
definitely start bringing more international news in for you guys. Absolutely.
okay,
Thank you for the
shout out to
suggestion.
that.
Yeah.
But you certain things make sense. Certain things don't make sense, and you just don't push the narrative or push the envelope just because everybody else is doing it. Make it make sense to what you're doing. Now, if it was something where it was a corporate situation and you had different people of different walks of life in the same room and they all were drinking beer, but to make it a video or commercial or whatever the case, or campaign centered around this person, it to me seems a little
It's
much, a little
a
extra.
yeah, it's like rubbing it. I agree when he says it's rubbing it in our face. Like, this is what it is, especially when this is again a beer that's no. When we talk about beers, there are different kind of beers. There are different kind of flavors and tastes. Like, I'm not a Bud Light drinker, but I'm just saying Bud Light notoriously is a cheap,
But
easy beer. You know what I'm saying? Is most times
for
it's college kids drinking it. So
the blue collar light
yeah,
style,
it has a very specific market. So it's even a slap in the face to the people who are drinking it now.
who patronize it. That part,
I
that's why I'm like,
that's I don't understand. But
you
again, it
got
was a
new age.
woman who made the decision to do that because they want to be exciting. Nobody wants to miss the opportunity for the come up. But at the same time, it should still be strategic. That's just how I feel about it. It should still be strategic. Um, and Keisha, to answer your question, what do you feel about these public schools that are allowing their children to hide their sexual orientation from their parents? So if a boy wants to be called a girl at school, the parents do not
That
need
to
to
me is
know.
crazy. That's crazy.
That's unacceptable to me. Again,
That's crazy.
the government coming in and telling us like, there's too much government, there's too much school, there's too many all of these parties that are coming in to tell us what to do, especially with our kids. And let me find out that my kids calling himself John, calling him Joey, and when I get to school, it's like, oh, this is Joe. We're gonna have a whole problem. You do not get the right to dictate what to do with my kid. Period. Period. That's just me.
Yeah, like who are you? How can you tell me what to do and what not to do with my child, or what I am not supposed to know when it comes to my child? In a lot of and this is a bigger play because it happens locally in a lot of jurisdictions where they're trying to usurp parental rights away from you, but then they want to be they want to treat your kids like wards of the state, meaning their property, chattel, and they want to be able to say XYZ and then punish you for not being the best parent that you should be. One, but that's crazy. That's crazy. How you going
how you gonna tell my child, oh, you don't have to tell your parents what it is you want to do and how you want to live your life and da 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 da. What else? What's next? What's next? What's next? The school was not hiding or making alliance with my child. Try that part. That
Yes, I
part.
agree. Watchman says yes to international
Talk
news.
about oh.
Lovely Tink said no, that's okay. Let's see. Thank you so much, Watchman. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. J Man said my uncle said Budweiser means ish. You do whatever I say, even Rob. Oh wow. Budweiser is like liquid crack. I don't know who drinks that stuff, but I've tried it at the baseball game. Like I've
What?
been to the Mets game and had a couple. I'm like, woo! No wonder they drink this crack. It's crack in a can.
What? It is not that strong. Y'all doing the most. It's
After
not.
you had 3 or 4, it is, and then it make you pee like a racehorse, like a Clydesdale. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me clarify this. Side note to all these comments going on. I'm gonna
Okay.
start with Tank first. I have
Okay.
been real busy because I'm working on a music project and getting some things in order. That's why I haven't been going live, but will be going live. Second to that, no, I don't have a new lady in my life. I'm very much single. So that is not the reason for the season. So y'all can stop with all the misbelieving. That part. And hopefully that answers all y'all. What you call it? No, I'm not in love with somebody. So Dez and Watchmen. I'm single, single, single. Life.
Y'all heard it here, y'all. He'll make the announcement when he's ready. He said
Ain't no red.
J Man said he
Ain't
always
nobody.
falls back when he's in love. Let me find out. We know the
You
truth,
know what?
Phil.
No. Take no. Ain't no phone boo loving. None of that. None of that.
I need to
Lord,
calm down for 1 minute, and I'm gonna be right back. Okay.
you got it. You got it. We know the truth. Well, look. Enlighten me. Enlighten me. Listen, that part,
Feels
Jamie.
like, tell me who she is. I want to know.
Yeah, tell me. Tell me who she is. Tell me who the hell she really is. Like, nah, no. I've been in and out of the studio. I'm working on a solid music project to put out that I think you all will really enjoy. Working out some kinks on some software that I want to use for this show and other things. Preparing to do a daily show called the Daily Tap In. Some other things. Trust me, I'm coming. Pause. I'm coming. But no, we still don't like it. I'll be ready. Oh, I appreciate that, Tinky. Oh, I appreciate. I promise y'all, I will be doing a lot better with that. I promise you with that. Big Phil, not a player. He just crushes a lot. I don't be doing nothing. I don't feel like not in love. He working his Keisha. I'm not in like or love. I don't have. I'm chilling. Listen. Candace B, thank you, Candace B. Thank you. Thank you. Explain that. Pulling all night. Listen, I don't know what y'all talking about. Listen, he in love with the coca. Started 5 rotations. Listen, I'm chilling. You know, when the right one comes around, y'all know. Y'all know. Won't be no need or no reason to hide nothing unless that's what we so choose to carry it. But I'm very much single. I'm very much single. I'm not hiding nobody under a rock or nothing. Nothing crazy. You know what, J Man? J Man, that's exactly why I don't want no problems. That's exactly I learned a valuable lesson in that. No, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Oh, that's what you doing, Phil, handing out jars. Y'all are tripping. Man, anyway. J Man, who didn't really leave? What are you talking? What? No. No jewels. Hey, Evolution Brooklyn. Listen, are you scared to open your heart up again? No. Keisha, definitely not. Definitely not scared. I'm cautious because let me say this, right. Being somebody that's online a lot and does lives, and I was a part of a certain platform or whatever. You had certain people that wanted to be a part of the platform, and they tried to use interest as a way of getting in to become a storyline or whatever. So I am careful when it comes to certain things or whatever. But other than that, yeah, of course I'm open. I'm open to love. I'm open to love. But just want the right person. I just don't want any and everybody. And I don't want a whole lot of bodies either. Just want somebody. What the hell happened with Be Love? Yeah. Listen. No, J man, no, that it takes on a whole different meaning this time. Listen, I just don't want none of them problems. You hear me? What, J man? What are you? Y'all, listen. What? Everybody, hold on. Let me clarify this too, right? Y'all, a lot of y'all, not everybody feels that everybody that I came up with or do a show with or be in a live that I must got something going on with them. That's furthest from the truth. Furthest from the truth. Come on now. Come on now. I am not that shallow. Y'all shouldn't be either. B Love found some beef grease in the back that caught her attention. That part. Candace, I am no longer clarifying. You hear me? Keisha Hall, look. Anyway, back to some real news, back to some real conversation and topics. Listen, feel free to hit that pin link at the top. Come talk to your boy and Be Love when she come back and let us know what you think about the topics thus far that we talked about. Listen, Big Phil is chilling. You know what, Evolution? Stop the bullshittery. That part, Trina, I'm staying. I'm staying. Look, I'm focused. I'm focused. Oh, thank you, Keisha Hall. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, right? Y'all seen it for yourself. Y'all seen Be Love in her natural habitat. For a mere super chat, super sticker, or what have you, you too can sponsor a Be Love into a better electrical, technical uh, situation. You know what I'm saying? We need to get her off of Wi-Fi and get her into the advanced world of Wi-Fi. We need to get her out of that space that she cams up in and get her into her own setting. You too can sponsor a Be Love. Actually, I'm chilling, Des. What you roll your eyes about, Piggy Lady? What you roll your came back around for who, J man? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Y'all are really going off on a tangent on this Wednesday morning. Listen, what the hell is going on around here? What you giggling for? Be Love? Bring that ass here. I know what it is. Too much talk of beef grease and things. She got that phone call. She had to go handle that phone call. Like, baby, you know it's you, baby. You know it's all about you, baby. She laughing about Coco Beauty, whoever you are. 35. What? Hey, J man, stop it.
Anywho, how are y'all doing? Y'all taking Hump Day on the Good Morning Gang to a whole nother level this Wednesday. How are y'all doing this Wednesday? What y'all got going on? I'm playing around a little bit till my co-hosts come back. But these comments are very interesting. Very interesting. I know everything. Dez, you wrong on this one because I'm channeling. You hear me? Channeling. Hey, right, LGL. They all. I'm getting jumped over here. LGL, where you at? I'm getting jumped in it. Lord, y'all need to stop. At the end of the day, all jokes aside, no, I'm not afraid of love in life and not of no female, no woman, no nothing. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm not thirsty either, so I'm not just jumping at any and everything. I'll leave that there. Did Watchmen run Be Love away? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm. Look, hey, take either that or maybe she got that phone call like, "Yay, what's going on? I'm tired of seeing these comments." The host over there was going to be traveling down. Candace B, what are you talking about? The host over where was going to be traveling down 95, said he wanted to chill with you for a bit. It sounded sincere. You got to elaborate on that one, Candace. I'm lost on that one. The Wi-Fi won't let me back on. Let me find. Lord. But Phil, you have to date to see what you like. That's true, Dez. That's true. I do, but it has to be the right situations to even want to go on a date. I mean, to go, to go dating. Keep it 1,000. Homie said he gonna holler at you. Wow. When was that, J Man? When was that? When was this? Tank never been afraid. Why? Listen. Why would I be afraid to date a female or entertain a woman? Never. I love women. I just don't want a whole bunch. Listen. Oh, I didn't even know that because I heard he was down in this area too. He could have tapped in. Let me know. I ain't know because Hey, Tiggy. Are you back now, B?
I's back.
You alive? I'm mad at you. You sat there and let me get jumped in it. You let them to jump on me, Paul.
The comments were super juicy. The comments were super juicy. I'm like, wait a minute. I might just have to stay right here.
I think you set that up. I think you allowed them to do that.
It wasn't me. I promise you. I'm in the office, so the Wi-Fi is a little bit crazy, but that's wild. So Phil, why people just love your love life so much? What's that about?
I don't listen. I'm chilling.
Yeah, Phil, you should go on a live date.
Yes, Phil, you should go on a live date.
Yeah. that the execs have yet to
If I was
confirm.
dating someone, that would be a good idea. Yes. Yes.
You would go on a live date?
Yeah, why not? Long as she was comfortable with it, yeah, why not? I wouldn't do it just for clout's sake. I wouldn't do it for clout's sake, but you know, well, nah, we just know how to get the field. No, you don't.
Listen, I'm not even mad at it. All I'm gonna say is, thank y'all for being here. Because I love this. When y'all get on Phil, it's always entertaining. He always gets mad at me when I laugh. But
I'm
I
not
just think it's
mad.
so funny because it's like everybody's interested. I think, you should do your own show, your own dating show, and
Here you
find that
go.
love. Find the love.
Hold on, hold on, hold
Find
on,
the
hold on.
love.
Aren't we
That's
doing your show?
all.
Aren't we doing your show?
You gonna get me locked out the house. You and Watchmen gonna get me kicked out the house, son.
You know
Y'all
what?
gonna get
You
me
know
kicked
what?
out the house,
You know
y'all.
what?
I can't right now.
I
I
don't know nothing
can't.
about no show.
I
I don't know
can't.
nothing about no show. Listen,
Right.
because we
This is what is he talking about? Yo, I can't. But anyway, looking for candidates. We interviewing for candidates
for your show.
for your show. Y'all can DM your girl, Be Love, send over your headshots with your stats. And I'm not just talking about your dimension, your 36, 24. I'm talking about how many kids you got, what you do for a living, that type of stuff. Where you
I don't know what
live.
she talking about. I don't know what she talking about.
Send it to
I don't
me,
want to
y'all. Send
talk.
it to me. I'm collecting the information. We're gonna get this show started because Phil's acting real shy and I don't understand why.
I appreciate that, Tinky. I do. I want Phil to feel them.
It's
Listen,
exactly. Yeah, do your own show. We want you to feel the love and evolution.
RW,
I'm gonna need you. I'm
RW.
gonna, I'm gonna need you to make sure you come back on Friday and give a whole recap on that Corona bottle. That's all I'm gonna say about that. You
Oh,
missed it.
pause.
You missed
What?
it. There was a whole situation with the Corona bottle when we were talking about the Bud Light situation, but it's a Feel the Love Friday type of
Okay,
conversation. It's not an
because
AM
I'm lost. I'm
conversation.
like, hold, that don't even sound.
All I know is that there was something about a Corona neck, beef grease, cookie oils. I don't know, just a whole bunch of words fly that we gonna recap on Friday. Feel the Love
Listen,
Friday.
listen.
Feel Good Fridays is coming up. If we have any entrepreneurs in the house, guys, please make sure that you are hitting us up so we can shout you out this Friday. Come onto the show, talk about your product, what you got going on. We want to give you a voice. We want to give y'all a platform. We love your feedback. Let us know what you want to talk about. We are here for you. We definitely love and appreciate the support, all of it,
That's
good,
a fact.
bad, and ugly. Just so you know, you come on this show shooting
Positive
bullets. There's
vibe.
a bulletproof vest on this chest. So like
Yeah.
send those pics over. No, they coming to me. So no titty pictures, no tit pics. Yes, I'm telling you, Trina. The comment was all the way at the top. Evolution. See, Evolution's gonna do. She's gonna give a demonstration. You don't even have to go to the toy store and buy toys. All you need is a Corona bottle and some
Corona bottle.
beef grease. That's
Listen,
like the cobwebs in the closet and how moist is the moisturizer. I think I may have to put a team together, y'all, to help me do the interviews. What do you think, guys? What do you think?
first
That's
of
what
all,
she
the
said.
figure. I don't know what the figure y'all talking about. I don't
Anybody
know.
wants to be on the panel, the interview panel, we're gonna get these, we're gonna get the feel of love for Phil. We're gonna get him out on these dates, y'all. So y'all could be all in his business like y'all all in this live. And Phil's down. Right?
I'm down.
I think so too.
I'm
We
down.
already got a couple of candidates that be shooting a shot.
No, you don't.
Okay,
No,
Phil, we're
you
gonna talk about it later. Yes, we do.
No,
Yes, we do.
who be shooting they shot? Don't nobody
Ladies,
don't.
send in your stats. If anybody you think will be interested, DM your girl. Send me your
ARW.
stats. Me and Evolution's on the panel already by default. Still love need your input. How would you go about it if a friend took your whole business idea and created an LLC and a website? Um,
Oh, that,
that's a good
that's a good
question.
topic. That's good. Yeah.
Um, Look, given you hitting us with the question of the day, Keisha, you sure you don't want to be a co-host, girl? Come on up, man. You be bringing a lot to the table. Seriously, no joke. Um, how would I feel about it? Well, first of all, I would definitely have a conversation with them. Me, myself, I believe if they're truly my friend, and I don't know that my friend would do that. So I think that's the question you have to ask yourself. Is this my friend? Because real friends don't do stuff like that. But if I felt like this is a friend and maybe they just kind of went a little too far with it, I would sit down and have the conversation with them, but I would never look at them the same.
Come
You
on.
know, things like that are trust. And that's a violation of my trust. If I'm coming to you and I'm sharing a concept or an idea and you take it and you run with it, that to me just kind of violates the trust. What do you think, Phil?
One, the question you pose just shows why you don't run and tell everybody your dreams, your aspirations, because one, everybody doesn't have your best interests at heart. Two, some people are snakes, wolves, cowards, weasels, and they'll try to take your ideal and run with it to see if they can beat you to the punch, not realizing that what's really for you, what God has for you, is for you. So even if they
Right.
mimic, copy your ideal, if it's meant for you to be prosperous and successful at that, you're still going to be successful and prosperous at that. But you have to be mindful. Thank you so much, Tracy. Appreciate
Thank
you,
you, Tracy.
Tracy. But you have to be mindful of casting your
Yeah.
pearls before swine, lest they be trodden. You sometimes we seek counsel in the wrong people. Sometimes we get overexcited and we talk ourselves out of a blessing too by running our mouths about positive things. Sometimes even still, you
Right.
depending on how different the ideal is and how proprietary it is, you might have a lawsuit if you can prove that you um, discuss XYZ, especially if there's a digital record of it, DM, email, etc. Video call that might got some kind of record behind it. Um, because it is foul. If somebody you talked about your dream or what you were about to put in place and they go run and do the same thing on purpose, that's ugly. That's crazy. But again, be mindful who you share your secrets with, not just in love and life, but
Everybody's not
also
your friend.
business wise.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Everybody's not your friend. And you don't want to find that out after losing an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That you knew could have
That
been
part.
something that you were on top of. So, and that's hard because, you know, when you call somebody your friend, you rock with them. So you're sharing stuff. You hope that they're looking to help you build your blessing in some cases, whether that's supporting, whether that's sharing the message, whatever that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, it's a tough one. Now you know next. Now you know for next
Your Wi-Fi is going out
time
again a little bit.
is what I would say.
Your
So
Wi-Fi was going into robot mode for a second there.
this is
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Look, maybe her company is on
a
B-Mobile hotspot.
consistent situation, but your Wi-Fi is going out too. I think you frozen us. Make sure you guys join us. This has been an incredible show. Make sure you guys join us in Wild Phil. Like I feel like we already in Friday. Let's wrap this up. What you got going on, co-host?
Listen, hopefully better
A lot.
Wi-Fi.
A lot.
Look, listen. All in all, even with the technical difficulties, this has been a wonderful show. For those, nah, I ain't going. Y'all funny, but anywho, y'all gonna see me on these internet streets Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with my lovely co-host B Love. Friday evenings on Feel Love Fridays with my other lovely co-host Evolution Brooklyn. Y'all gonna see me on these IG internet streets more frequently. I know I've been incognito, been working on some things that hopefully y'all will be very proud of real soon to be released or whatever. So I've been quiet, but I've been working. I just ain't been twiddling my thumbs. Ain't been on no secret dates
Right,
and
twiddling your
places and in love. Ain't been in love with
pause with the
somebody and
twiddling your thumbs.
you
Pause on the
know,
twiddling your thumbs.
twiddly, all that. Let's pause. But
Well, we are
yeah,
looking
no,
forward to all of that.
no, we won't stop. But no,
They
everything
are
is everything.
ruthless. Look, y'all, I'm about to hit the roof. I got my little antenna. I'm about to hit the roof and go get my Wi-Fi together. Make sure you check out LGL Real Talk, guys. I'm not going live tonight because tonight's my son's birthday. He turned 32. Kai, I
Happy
just want to wish you a
birthday.
happy birthday, son. I love you
Yeah.
so much. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to hang out with my kid. But tomorrow, I'm definitely on
Oh,
at LGL Real Talk on IG, 7:30 p.m. We're going to be talking that ish about the Monique special. So make sure y'all tap into that. And I will see y'all right back here, 8 a.m. with my awesome co-host at Big Phil Speaks, guys. I'm gonna let him roll this out. This is what he
you
does.
know, you know how I do. Listen, y'all have put a lot of smiles on my face today, you know. But listen, smile because you never know what it might do to somebody, including yourself. Even you, be
Right.
love, smile with your antennas. Smile.
I've
You
got my
know.
antenna.
More importantly, in light of all the bullshittery that's going on in the world today, even going on around you in your personal space, don't forget to love on somebody on purpose. On purpose. The world needs more of it. On that note,
Yes.
until we chop it up and have a tay-to-tay, until that day, guess what? I'll holler, she'll holler, we'll holler. I'm out. IG, here I come.